All right, boys, girls, ghouls, and other things. So, I don't ever claim to be the greatest diagnosticator that has ever lived, but I ain't half bad some days. Original complaint when I got this sled was it would not spark. Actually, there was no complaint. I wasn't going to argue or haggle the guy for the, well, I did haggle the price a little bit because I couldn't get it to spark, but needless to say, no spark. So, going through this, I actually have a whole long-form video up on YouTube if you're really interested in looking at it and seeing how these are diagnosed. Articats are not bad. There's two schools on them. You have open and closed loop systems. Either way, there's a whole explanation of what that means. Now, what it boiled down to, we had no sparky. Now, we have lots of sparky. Why do we have lots of sparky? The coil was bad. Well, the coil wasn't actually necessarily bad. The wires weren't great. They weren't making good contact inside the cap, so I probably could have stripped this back. Coils are 10, 20 bucks. But that leads me into this thing. That thing. Now, what is this? This is a CDI box. So most people, whenever they go online, the first thing they're going to whoop when you type in something like this, Articat, no start. They're going to tell you CDI box. It doesn't need a CDI box. It might. It could be. Who knows? But what you need to do is you need to test. There's a couple small tests that you can do to figure it out. And by God, wouldn't you know, I was digging around in the back of this thing, in the flap, in her trunk, looking for some junk, and I found this. Seems to be fairly new. I would, if I was a betting man, this has been installed once. Somebody decided that they were gonna buy a CDI box because it's the first thing they were told. And guess what? That didn't fix it. You know what did fix it? A new coil and properly stripped wires. Now we got all the spark in the world. Now all this thing needs is a carb clean, some oil lines, some mouse house eviction, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So needless to say, do your diagnostics. It's really not that hard. And it saves you from buying an extra $70 part. Ta-da! There you go.